Deep excavation is defined as an excavation which exists 6 meters below the ground surface. As you can see in your left-hand side corner picture, that is the deep excavation structure. And when it's completion, it can become the underground structure, like the car park basement of high-rise buildings, or the subway station, and so on. As for our main study, we focus our work on predicting the water deflection for deep excavations induced by construction sequences. As shown in the second picture, at your right-hand side, that is the cross-section of deep excavation. And as you can also see, the water deflection shape is highlighted there. It implies the important factor that could help engineers make a safety and economy adjustment during the design process. And one more thing I would like to highlight here is that we've chosen sandy material to study because we want to provide the engineers the flexible tools to detect the water deflection for deep excavation in sands, which have been little references available in engineer practice so far. To estimate the water deflection, we established 3 independent methods, namely plant strain ratio, the factor of safety, and the artificial intelligence. Firstly, the plant strain ratio method could help engineers save time and energy during the process of numerical analysis. In fact, the engineers only need to build 2D models instead of 3Ds, but they still consider the 3-dimensional behaviors by using our developed graphs or linear regression equation to predict the water deflections. And secondly, the factor of safety method was built based on the concept of excavation stability. Besides, the system stiffness was also involved in this method. So by using this method, the engineers not only can minimize the damage from construction sequences to excavation itself and the surrounding structures, but also can reduce the bulges in the structural design stage. Similarly, these engineers can either using our developed graphs or linear regression equation to predict the water deflection. And finally, the artificial intelligence method is expected to be an advanced solution compared to the 2 mentioned methods. The case history of deep excavations in sand were collected and evaluated in advance. The finite element software, namely plastic, could be used later in order to clarify, interpret some input parameters that we need before using the deep machine learning to train our models. Please note that we are still working on this method, but as soon as we finish, we will release to all engineers to practice. In conclusion, as you know, the water deflection is a crucial factor that should be well predicted in advance. As a result, we can have a safe and cost-effective deep excavation structure. And our works, our main study, are to give the engineers these easy tools to help them make the work done precisely and quickly. Thank you.